We often see startups that appear completely invincible on the outside, suddenly shattering from within. Founders often blame a lack of funding or a failed marketing campaign for these collapses. But even a massive injection of venture capital can't save a company if it hasn't solved the core problem of why people stop using their product. Growth is a simple interaction between two variables, conversion and churn. Conversion represents the speed at which you bring people in, and churn is the weight dragging you down as they leave. Most startups obsess over the green line, pouring money into acquisition while completely neglecting the users they already have. They treat users like entries in a database rather than people. When the gap between those who join and those who leave closes, the company dies. This happens because the initial spark that brought the user in was never cultivated into a lasting connection. To reverse this trend, we have to look at these metrics through a human lens. Building a product is a process of manufacturing a relationship at scale. Think about a first date. The threshold for failure is incredibly low. If you catch your date picking their nose at dinner, there is no second date. One awkward moment is enough to end the connection before it even begins. In software, a generic welcome email or a sterile login screen is that awkward moment. It signals that the people behind the product aren't interested in your experience, only your data. Contrast that with a login screen that uses conversational poetry instead of standard fields. By asking for the name your mom calls you instead of just first name, you disarm the user with a moment of unexpected delight. Successful conversion is the result of engineering an emotional connection. You aren't just selling a tool, you are seducing the user into a second interaction. If conversion is the first date, then retention is a successful marriage. It requires constant energy to prevent the relationship from running down over time. Every marriage involves conflict. In a startup, every bug report and support ticket is an argument. How you handle these moments determines if the user stays for years or leaves tomorrow. The most damaging thing a company can do during a conflict is stonewall. When a user reaches out for help and receives silence or a canned response, they feel ignored. Churn is the final result of users feeling that their presence no longer matters to the company. They don't leave because the code failed, they leave because the relationship did. This feeling of neglect is often hard-coded into a company's structure. Most tech firms deliberately isolate the people building the product from the people using it. Engineers often code in a vacuum, focusing on technical elegance while being shielded from the frustration of their users. Companies hire support staff as a barrier, trying to insulate developers from customer complaints. Support-driven development repairs this loop by making engineers answer support tickets. It forces the creator to deal with the direct consequences of their design choices. When a developer has to manually apologize to 10 different people for the same bug, they stop making excuses. They fix the code immediately just to stop the influx of emails. This accountability turns support from a cost center into a quality assurance tool. It ensures that the product evolves based on real human needs rather than isolated engineering goals. Cultivating a passionate, unconditional fan base is a matter of manners and humility, not capital. Some of the most successful startups have grown through simple, low-cost rituals, like founders writing handwritten thank you notes to their users every Friday. Others use simple tools to notify returning users of exactly what was built for them while they were away, proving that the company is working on their behalf even when they aren't looking. Dominating a market is the result of achieving deep customer intimacy. When users feel you are working for them, they become a sales force you couldn't afford to buy. You can implement these relationship strategies in your own company with one-on-one mentorship from VenturLoop.